Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 109 of Off the Chest of Timothy Regal. I am your host, headbanging Timothy Regal.
What?
I'm headbanging. I was headbanging last night, you know.
Oh, I thought you were the new headbanger.
Mosh, Thrasher, and Regal, the new headbangers.
I'm not a headbanger.
No, I couldn't do that.
I'm like a junior associate banger, but they won't put me in charge.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say I could never work with the headbangers because I could honestly never work with the guy who played Beaver Cleavage.
You love Beaver Cleavage.
Oh, I love Beaver Cleavage for all the extremely, extremely wrong reasons.
Well, Beaver Cleavage exists for all of the extremely, extremely, extremely wrong reasons, bro.
Well, thanks to... Hey, that wasn't Bro Man's idea. As we found out in Crown Point.
Yeah.
My boy Bruce Pritchard took the blame for that one. Because he... I'll tell the story because I don't think we told it last week. I asked Bruce about Beaver Cleavage. Essentially, using one of the catchphrases from the show, I said, Bruce, Beaver Cleavage, who booked this shit? And Bruce immediately raised his hand and said, so here's the deal, that Shaz Worthington, headbanger Mosh, on his driver's license photo had hair and looked like the Beav. What was the Beaver's real name?
I don't remember.
I can't remember what his Cleaver was. Cleaver was the last name, but I can't remember. Beaver was a nickname, obviously. I can't think of what his real name was. What the character.
God, I would hope nobody ever fucking named their kid Beaver.
Maybe for a middle name, you can only for a middle name, and only if his first name was Harry.
I hate you so much.
But he basically said that Shaz's driver's license photo looked like Beaver Cleaver. So they came up with this idea, and they're spitballing random stuff, and Bruce pitches the idea, and of course Vince is like, ha ha, that's funny. And then of course, you get
why is Vince Tickle Me Elmo? Ha 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 ha. That tickles.
The next, oh God, could you imagine Tickle Me Elmo sounding like Vince McMahon? That would have given kids nightmares. That would have scarred children for life.
Why when I said Tickle Me Vince, did I get a picture of like the 2004 women's division? Sorry.
Wow. Well, we can ask Christy Hemme allegedly.
Oh my God. Allegedly. I'm just gonna retire from all podcasts this week. I don't want to podcast anymore.
They just posted the episode of Bruce Brawls and Brave this week. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
I don't want to podcast anymore. I'm a bad person.
But to finish up the Beaver, the thing is, of course, Bruce pitches the story, and then Vince loves it, and then of course he gets, bro, we'll use his wife as his mom, bro, because they were looking for something for Shaz's wife, who was a professional fitness model, to do, and that they were going to bring her in some type of role because she was a absolutely gorgeous woman. So of course, bro, we'll make his wife his mom, bro, and they can do these. We'll shoot this, and of course Bruce shot all the vignettes, and knowing that they were ridiculous, and oh, dude. I'm scarred from the fact that match that debut took place at the very first Monday Night Raw I ever got to attend. I'm scarred by Beaver Cleavage. But
scarred for life.
I don't know if I'm scarred for life, but I'm still dealing with it. I still just ask myself, what the fuck was that? Like all the time. We went in the archives. You can find. We went back and watched that episode of Raw. So
did we?
Yeah, we did. We did a watch along with that about a year ago. I think it might have been last May.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, last May we did a watch along of it.
Although if you get real close to my wedding, I have no recollection of that time.
Of what we did. You have no recollection of anything you did that wasn't the wedding. And it's not because you were drunk. It was because you were so stressed out.
I don't remember much of planning the wedding either. Thankfully.
But we talked about the Bruise, Brawls, and Brave. This is just dropped the St. Patrick's Day episode.
Stop putting it over, please. Seriously.
Well, what I was going to put over, and I know this episode won't air for, I believe, about 2 weeks, is I made a run-in on Bruise, Brawls, and Braves.
Yep.
I'll be on in a few weeks. Something to look forward to in the pipeline. Speaking of pipes, Alex.
That was a very, very planned transition.
It's pipes. Speaking of the pipes, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say it, folks. Next week, Pipe Dream Classic 2008 is finally coming.
Isn't there somebody who actually likes the Pipe Dreams?
Well, Matt Ritter does.
Okay, that's who it was.
Matt Ritter's been asking me every week for Pipe Dream. Chris Angle also likes Pipe Dream.
Really?
Yes. So, no, Pipe Dream 2008 is coming. Me and Alex finally...
Well, the other two people that listen to this show can suck a sucker because...
Suck a sucker?
A dum-dum. Yeah, suck a dum-dum because you know what they say, you are what you eat. And Matt Ritter and Chris Angle like Pipe Dream.
There's probably somebody else out there. There's probably a third person out there that likes Pipe Dream.
I don't think there's a third person that listens to our show every week.
That's probably true. But no, so next week we're going to take you back to 2008. Me and Alex finally got some creative juices flowing. I'm going to get there. I'm going to work on it probably over the next couple of days. I'm going to get there. So
Creative Ocean Spray, the juice. Yeah. Was Juice Robinson working in 2008?
Juice was training in SCW. Juice was training with Danny Daniels in 2008.
Let's book him in a best 7 series with Vampiro.
Actually, you know what Juice Robinson was doing in 2008? Backing into my goddamn car. That's what Juice Robinson was doing in 2008.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
I know I've said it on the podcast before, but yes, when Juice Robinson was training with Danny Daniels, he went to back out and beyond the baseline, and Juice Robinson backed into my fucking car. I think he should give me a free trip to Wrestle Kingdom for this. That's what I think.
I think he remembers you?
Probably not, no.
I was just curious. I thought he might.
He might if I jog his memory. It's one of those things, if I jog his memory, he might, but I guarantee you probably not. No, because I haven't. I've seen him maybe once since about 2009. So, his time in Dreamwave, was when I was out of wrestling, and then by the time I started going to Dreamwave, he had gotten signed. And I think I went to one AEW show that he worked, but didn't get a chance to talk to him for whatever reason.
Did he pay for it?
Huh?
Did he pay you for your damage to your car?
Thankfully, did not damage these. Only a little bit of scrape paint. That was about the only thing. So I said, don't worry about it, because I'm a nice guy. I did read him the riot act at the time for a minute, but I calmed down.
Hear that, folks? If you hit Timothy Regal's car, he's not going to do anything about it.
It depends on the severity of the hit. But no. Alex, me and you were having a conversation actually over the phone before we recorded that I felt we should I said literally stopped it. I said, why are we not recording this conversation? Because it's really, 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 really good topic. And it came out of kind of just a conversation of basically, for those of you who may not know, in about 3 weeks, on April 7th, the same day as WrestleMania, Timothy Regal is going to turn 40.
Whoa.
Alex, will there be sugar everywhere?
Fuck no, y'all. You're on diet. There's only going to be sugar one place, and it's going to be in my belly.
No sugar everywhere. No sugar everywhere this year because maybe we can find some. There's some keto dessert recipes. Maybe we can make some like keto cheesecake or something. But no, I'm gonna be turning 40, and we were talking about some of the young people that we work with at SCW Pro, and Alex works with 3XW. They are literally half my age. Thankfully, luckily for Alex, he is still 10 years younger than me.
So they're only 3/4 of my age?
They're only 10. They're only maybe 10 years younger than you at most. But there's more. They're more closer to your age than mine, obviously. And we kind of we sprung into a conversation of, there's kids that may not have done this or that or seen this and that in wrestling. And I actually asked if a certain person at SCW, who I won't name, I'm like, I wonder if that person's even seen Austin and Brett at WrestleMania 13, because they're that young that there's a possibility that may actually be in the realm of possibility.
I would think that that's probably a match that comes up in training.
And I would think that's a match that if you want to be a pro wrestler, you've gone back and watched. But as we get further and further away from it, it becomes a possibility that there may not be, even though it's regarded by many, myself included, as the greatest professional wrestling match of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold the phone. Really? That's what you consider the greatest of all time?
For me.
Interesting.
Number one, keep in mind, Alex, I was there live.
Yeah, so you're biased, like you are with everything else.
I was there live with great seats.
Yeah. I
wasn't in the front row, but I was in the lower bowl, but I was close enough that I was,
Sure, that's in. I never knew that that's what you considered the greatest match of all time, though.
For me, it's my favorite match of all time.
Oh, favorite and greatest are not the same thing.
Oh, I think the Grapple app posted a tweet today about it, and I commented on it because that is the highest rated WWE match of all time, or highest rated WrestleMania match of all time at 4.88. And I basically I commented, my comment was, I question the sanity of any person who did not give Austin and Brett at WrestleMania 13 a 5-star rating. It's like that's
what did Dave give it?
Dave gave it 5 stars.
Did he really?
Dave gave it 5 stars. Wade Keller gave it 5 stars. Everything I've ever read on that match gave it 5 stars. It won Match of the Year in the Observer. It won Match of the Year in the Torch. It won Match of the Year in PWI. It won Match of the Year in pretty much anything that it can be voted on in 1997.
Imagine if it had taken place in Japan. It would have been fucking 13 stars.
Oh, it would have been at least 13 stars in the Tokyo Dome. But no, so there's some people on Grapple who have said that Austin and Brett wasn't 5 stars, and it kind of jogged my memory, and just the age difference of Black and Brave stars kind of jogged my brain, and you basically said
every Corn Boy match is 5 stars.
Well, I mean, obviously it's Corn Boy.
Did you see our podcast?
He might. Whenever I try to talk to him, he only talks about corn, so I don't know. Maybe we should play
the name of.
Maybe we should play some Corn on the podcast, and he might listen. Yeah, that's his favorite band,
Yeah,
Corn.
He comes. Yeah, I know. I do like the Corn version of what's it called? Another Brick in the Wall.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't know if Cornboy listens to the show, but no, the thing we were talking about was, and you brought up the point that I kind of want to talk about, is you said that almost every person's favorite era of wrestling is the era of wrestling they started watching in.
Yeah.
So for you, it's 92, 93.
Yeah.
because 93 is the year that you get mad because we still haven't done 93 for pipe dream.
No, it's 94 is my favorite.
94. Okay, so 94.
What?
No, I just wanted to make sure I said 90. I got to the halfway point of my book, so I'm stopping for the day.
Okay, you hear that, listeners? Follow her on Twitter at Margaret_Adele. She's halfway through her book. Are we going to NXT?
I still don't know how much it is, and if it's a house show or a TV taping.
It's not a TV taping.
It's a house show. It's a house show. Margaret, it's a house show.
I just wanted to ask.
She said she wants to pass.
Margaret, it's a house show, and the answer is yes.
We're going to yes if Mia Yim and Candice are tagging again.
They probably are. They don't post cards ahead of time.
Fine.
Matt Riddle, Candice LeRae, Mia Yim in Davenport. We're probably going.
First NXT show in Davenport. We're going. I was actually, that was a topic that I was.
No, that doesn't count as your birthday gift.
I was gonna bring that topic up after.
I wanted to put Margaret. I wanted to put the pressure on her. I wanted to put the pressure on her so she could say no on the air. She said no earlier.
No, we're going to NXT.
I don't know.
Regal says we're going. Regal says there's no questioning it. He said he's buying.
I didn't say that. I said Margaret can sit home and read a book if she wants, but me and you are going.
Wow. Regal said he is going to kidnap me and force me to go, and if you want to sit home and read a book, you can.
I don't know that I trust you. That's actually what he said.
No, that's exactly what he said.
Regal, your abilities to kidnap a person are as of yet untested, so I don't know that I have that much.
I mean, it's me that he's. I mean, I hope they're untested. But it's me that he's kidnapping, and he's kidnapping me to take me to NXT, so I don't know how much resistance there's going to be.
I'm more flabbergasted by the fact that she's not upset that I told her to stay home and read a book. It's that
that's what I thought she was going to be upset about too.
It's that she doesn't think I can kidnap a person.
No, I definitely had the same thought, Regal.
I should probably be nice.
Listen back to this episode now and then beat you for it later.
Yep, I do realize that you're gonna have to listen to this episode now and beat me for it later, and that's another download, baby.
Bury it to all of my 2,100 Twitter followers.
Oh, shut up.
She loves to bring up the fact she's got 2,100 Twitter followers, doesn't she? Although I'm still in.
You plugged the podcast on your channel?
No, you did.
We did last
night.
No,
Regal did.
Oh, true. No, you plugged your own Twitter.
Yeah, I plugged my own Twitter. I don't give a fuck about this podcast.
And then
sorry, Regal. Yeah.
For the truth.
No, and I'm still residual happiness from the fact that you took me to Rock of Ages. So.
Yes, talk about Rock of Ages, Regal. Did you like it?
Well, are we abandoning the conversation we were having?
Oh yeah, what was the conversation we were having?
We were talking about the fact, like your favorite era is the era of wrestling you were born in. Like yours would be 93, 94, or not the era you were born in, but the era you started watching in. So for me, as Margaret has seen many times when I get left at your house unattended, and have to use your Chromecast to watch WWE Network, it's generally 1988 Jim Crockett Promotions or Primetime Wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why she doesn't like it when you get left here by yourself. She's like, all he does is watch old wrestling. What is your guys' obsession with old wrestling?
It's more boring form of wrestling back when they were trying to make it look real.
But our point is, and this is what we're talking about on the podcast right now, is that everyone's favorite era of wrestling is the era when they started watching.
So Margaret's favorite
80s wrestling.
Because I went back and watched old stuff. It's not my favorite. My favorite is early 90s, but I know about the 80s. It's not saying you only watch your favorite era, but that's your favorite era.
Margaret's favorite era of wrestling is a year and a half ago.
Yes, it's 90s Memphis.
Oh, 80s Memphis is great, but no, Make Memphis took place in the early 90s, though.
Make Memphis would have been right in that era, so for you.
Yes, which supports my theory.
Yes. Yeah. No, but no. So yeah, I think that generational things, and I think because I will use this one as a thing to close this, is kind of how one of the telltale moments for me was we were on our way to a 3XW show, and we had Black and Brave graduate Chase Holiday riding with us. And just conversation. I said to Chase, hey, Chase, who is your favorite wrestler growing up? And keep in mind, most people, you ask that question to. It's especially my generation.
Most people your age or my age.
Ric Flair, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, maybe Shawn Michaels. And Chase Holiday says John Cena. And I'm like, John Cena? I was like in my 20s when John Cena debuted.
Yeah, that's how much older you are than Chase.
And then you realize, dude, Chase was probably like 3 or younger or not born yet when John Cena debuted. So, yeah, I can see that there is a generation of a lot of kids that we deal with now whose first favorite wrestler probably was John Cena.
Connor Braxton, I'll never forget when I interviewed him, made me feel old as fuck. Because his favorite wrestler growing up was John Cena.
Yeah. Like we've oftentimes said, Merrick Braves was Shawn Michaels.
Right.
I want to say Seth Rollins' favorite one was Shawn Michaels too, but we had a conversation about that once. I can't remember what his exact response to it was, but I want to say it was Shawn. Maybe I'm wrong.
But I see him playing with like the wrestling buddies and the Hogan and Warrior and.
Oh, I know he had those.
I know he did. Yeah. I still have my Warrior.
Mm-mm. When you have a little McCarthy, are you gonna pass it down?
Maybe.
I love the fact it's a maybe and not necessarily a yes.
Depends on how responsible they are. I don't want them playing with my shit. If I can trust them not to destroy it, sure.
But switching gears from that, and Margaret kind of buried the lead on you kind of buried the lead on this one to put Margaret on the spot. I had originally intended to lead off the show with that until we were having that conversation off the air. But Alex, April 27th.
April 27th is SCW Epic, yes.
Is SCW Epic, but we found out today that
yes.
April 26th, the night before
is the SCW Epic pre-show.
Pre-show. Yes, the SCW Epic pre-show featuring the superstars of WWE NXT. I know I figured out what happened, that the powers that be at SCW Pro, they got on the phone. We called Uncle Paul and said, hey Paul, we need a warm-up act for the people. So we're hoping that maybe you can bring some of them NXT kids, maybe some of that Matt Riddle, some of those Undisputed Era guys, and maybe we'll bring them to the river. Well, you can't use our venue obviously, but
right.
we can hook you up with the River Center, and you can do a show there, and then we'll promote our show, and then we'll take it home the next night out in Walcott, Iowa. And Paul said, that sounds great. I think we'll do just that. And maybe I'll show up. I don't know. That's what happened.
Be
there? Hey, it's Davenport, Iowa. There's a lot of good things in Davenport, Iowa. There's the River Center. There's the Adler Theater. I hear there's good coffee in Davenport, Iowa.
Are they fucking serious?
What?
Kurt Angle announced his final match for WrestleMania 35.
With Baron Corbin.
Yep.
Am I dead? Was I actually right?
Can you see my phone?
I see a Kurt Angle. What? That's got to be a rib. Fake news.
Mike
Rib.
Peterson posted it 30 minutes ago. Baron Corbin, really?
That's gotta be a swerve. If it's, oh my fucking god, seriously, if they make Kurt Angle go out against Baron fucking Corbin, I swear to God. Oh my.
Interesting.
What?
The UFC and ESPN have announced that ESPN Plus will be the exclusive distributor. That's 5 hours ago.
Yeah. We don't talk MMA much on the show, but that's actually a big deal. If there is anybody out there that follows MMA, huge story.
Nobody watches MMA. It's literally just the other MMA fighters. They watch each other, and that's it. Nobody else watches.
Hey, we watched some MMA.
I don't.
We watched some MMA a few weeks ago when we watched a guy that looked a lot like Travis Titan and a guy that looked a lot like Chelsea and a guy that looks a lot like Dante Leone. There was some MMA fighting that we were witness to.
Forgot about that.
But wow, oh my God! But we'll get. My plan right now is we'll do a full Mania. We're gonna run Mania weekend down in 2 weeks. The week going into Mania.
Like a 2-hour episode where we do predictions on 18 fucking cards.
Absolutely.
See the final of the New Japan Cup?
I just got caught up on the. So I'm up to the semi. I just actually got caught up right before we started recording.
So the finals is gonna be Juice Robinson and Chase Owens?
No, that is not the finals. They are wrestling for the U.S. title at the New Japan Cup final show.
Oh, I thought they were wrestling in the final.
No, we are down to the final 4 of, it is Tanahashi taking on Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
And Okada taking on Will Ospreay.
I thought Colt Cabana was still in it.
We're down to the Elite 8. Never mind. So we're still down. We got 8. And
Cabana's still in.
Cabana's still in. He made it to the. He made it to the 8. So.
Wow. New Japan's really fucking giving up on themselves, huh?
Yeah, I'd actually have to go look at the bracket.
You can't have Kenny Omega, the next best gaijin available. Colt Cabana.
But no, I do know there. Wednesday is Will Ospreay versus Kazuchika Okada, a match I am super excited about. The only show that I plan not to review. I think we're just gonna do Mania, maybe a couple other things, but we will as soon as the New Japan Cup is over and as soon as we get the final card for G1 Supercard, myself and Gary will be on the air with a episode of Pure Regal for that. So.
I don't want to talk about New Japan anymore.
Maybe, hey, you want to be a guest on Pure Regal that week?
Maybe.
Maybe we'll let you, because since it's G1 Supercard week, we'll tag you in too. But no, Mania week previews will be in about 2. It will be in 2 weeks. But so wow, Baron Corbin, Jesus fucking Christ, that's got to be a swerve. Please, for the love of God,
maybe Kurt really likes Baron and wants to put him over.
Does anybody really like Baron?
Somebody's got to.
Baron. I don't think Baron's mom likes Baron. I think
somebody's got.
I think Baron Corbin's mom looks at him and says, "You dress like an idiot."
Maybe it's literally just Vince, but there's got to be somebody.
For some fucking reason. But no, we were talking about NXT coming to NXT, the warm-up show for SCW Epic. But no, this really becoming a huge weekend for Quad City Professional Wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd kind of given up hope on NXT. Yeah. Because we've kind of cut back the number of house shows that we get in directly in Moline, and it seemed like Des Moines was the town of choice for the Midwest loop because they've drawn well the 3 times they've been at Hy-Vee Hall. So
they've done 3 times.
Yeah, there have been 3 now. But so
I've only been to 1.
Yeah, we only went to the first one. There have been 2 more.
Really?
I think last year we had an SCW show that night, and then this year we just didn't go.
We were supposed to go to the ballet. Oh
yeah, that's right. You and Margaret were going to the ballet.
And then we ended up not going because we were broke from Christmas.
Yeah.
Hard trouble.
Yeah. So I kind of given up hope, and I was sitting at work today on my break, and I just happened to be scrolling through Instagram, and of course I follow Uncle Paul because you should. Why wouldn't you? And I see the thing, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, they're in the Midwest. I'm guessing we're going to Des Moines. And it's one of those things where your brain just it's where you're preconditioned to something.
Yeah.
So you see the Midwest, you're like, oh, I'm probably going to Des Moines again. And I'm like looking, and I realize it doesn't say Des Moines. It says it takes that that light bulb goes off where it's not Des Moines, it's Davenport.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit. Yeah. So
you immediately texted me.
I texted you. I texted Alex. I actually texted Merrick Brave. He hasn't seen it yet. Because
really, yeah.
I caught the Instagram post like 3 minutes after Triple H posted it. So
now here's my question for you.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe this isn't something we discuss on the air. If it would have been Saturday instead of Friday, would Epic have been rescheduled? Do you think?
Epic would have moved to Friday. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
I will go out on that limb. I'll just say that, and I'll just leave it at that. That I think you would have had to, in all seriousness, we can make the joke that it's the warm up act and all that, but I think, and I not so much that I don't think we draw, because I would like to think our SCW Pro fan base would come to support us. I think out of because keep in mind that this happened last year in Des Moines, when 3 shows were scheduled on the same day at one point.
Yeah.
I think out of respect to the pro wrestling fan base and to our fans, that we would say, hey, we know a lot of you want to go to the show, so we're gonna do a little shuffling, and we're gonna make it where you guys would be available to go to see both shows, because obviously I hope this NXT show draws really well. I think it will. And then we can say, hey, Davenport is a town that you guys can come to and bring NXT on at least a semi-regular basis. Because obviously we're huge NXT fans, so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to.
I'll be there Thursday morning for the venue pre-sale.
You're
off Thursday? You're off Thursday, aren't you?
I am off Thursday.
Oh no, superstar.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. No, I am super excited. Yeah, I did too much. Super excited. I posted on Twitter that I really, really am excited, because I know we've seen him on the indies, but I think
Matt Riddle is one of my favorite people to watch live.
Well, yeah, Matt Riddle, and I think Matt is going to be a guy, especially after WrestleMania, and obviously we've already seen Ricochet and Aleister Black on the main roster. I think Matt Riddle is going to be that guy going forward in 2019 that's going to be right at the top of the card in NXT. I think Keith Lee.
Was Dream on the card?
I haven't seen anybody.
When we went in 2017.
No, Dream was still he was still a PC guy that would occasionally do jobs on TV. Dream hadn't become Velveteen Dream yet, so hopefully we will get to see the Velveteen Dream.
I would like to experience the Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
I
did see some amazing clips. I don't know if you were aware. At Evolve Saturday.
Velveteen Dream and Orange Velvet.
Velveteen Dream took on Orange Cassidy, and it was exactly what you would expect from Velveteen Dream and Orange Cassidy. Meaning, it was pretty awesome, it looked like. So, cool. I haven't seen the whole match, but I saw some clips. It looked pretty great. But no, obviously, I'm guessing we'll see the War Raiders.
Yeah.
Why are you putting your glasses on the camera? You look weird. This is very trippy. It's like I'm on acid.
Stop doing acid, Regal.
I probably should. It ruins your brain.
Well, maybe it wouldn't hurt.
But no, I'm super excited. I was trying to think, because obviously you got Shayna Baszler, but some of the ladies that might be in action. Obviously, you brought up Candice LeRae. I know Margaret would be super excited to see Mia Yim. I'm kind of wondering, will Kyrie and Io still be on the NXT roster at the time?
Probably. Yeah, maybe.
This is after Mania, so there could still be a few roster shakeups. So
could be.
It'll be very interesting to see. I will ask you, Alex. I'll put you on the spot here. If you can pick one match, 2 guys, or 4 if it's a tag team.
Matt Riddle, Adam Cole.
Matt Riddle, Adam Cole. Okay. I know it just happened on TV, but because I'm not going to pick the same one. But I am going to pick 2 guys that have had matches before, and I've seen them, and they're awesome. And I just think it'd blow the crowd's mind live. I'll go Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak.
Why did they take a kind of hard name and make it even worse?
Dude, okay, seriously, of all the name changes WWE has ever done, that one to me, it's like, okay, Donovan Dijak was not.
You know why they did it? You know why Paul did it? Because he knows Vince is going to shorten his fucking name when he gets called up. So they're just going to,
So, yeah, and yeah, Vince is going to get it there for 1 week, and it's going to be like, we're just going to call him Donovan. He can come out to hurdy-gurdy man.
No, that's what they're going to start doing in NXT is they're going to elongate people's names so they can get them shortened to what they actually want in their main roster. What's your name? Like, Ander Keith Von Leland. Okay. Huh. What do we shorten it to? How about Keith Lee?
Ander Keith Von Leland. That's hilarious. That's funny.
Adam Lee Rauscher Cole. How about Adam Cole? Oh, okay.
No, it's like how soon before Dijakovic Vince sees him, looks at him, calls him up to Raw or SmackDown, and immediately changes his name to just Donovan. It's like, if there's ever a guy to give just one name, it's Donovan. I can't even.
You'd do Dijakovic, wouldn't you? Or Dijak? You would not call him Donovan. You would not fucking call him Donovan. You know what? You're not Donovan Dijakovic. You're the boss. You're Don. Regal just spat his water all over his fucking laptop.
I almost spit dinked that when I had to turn my head.
You're on.
Dude, like, seriously, why? I just don't get it at all. That would literally, to me, made no sense. But I think you may have found out the answer on that one, Alex. They made his name longer and more terrible to pronounce so that when they get them to the main roster, Triple H can go, hey, I got an idea, Vince. Why don't we just shorten the last name and we'll call him Donovan Dijak? And Vince will be like, I love it.
All right, here we go. We got the War Raiders, Schluger Hansen, and Rowenbacher.
Let's be honest. The War Raiders are Vince's favorite tag team. They've already only got one name.
Yeah.
Actually, hey, you know who we may see at NXT Davenport though?
Albert Hardy Jr.
The
AHJ.
Well, possibly Albert Hardy Jr., which would be awesome. But I was going with the even bigger signing recently for NXT. Well, not even him. You're forgetting the big one, Alex. Mr. Stokely Hathaway.
Oh, Stoke, yeah.
The Stoke. Alex, with them signing Stokely Hathaway, there's... Huh?
Stoke May.
I was gonna say, there may still be hope for you because they signed a guy that's a manager. So
he's gonna wrestle though, isn't he? They're signing him to wrestle.
I mean, he's actually, I've seen some of his matches. He's not a bad worker, but he's a mouthpiece, and I think, and I hate to say this, you know what I think maybe making them reevaluated at this point?
What?
Leo Rush.
Yeah.
Because if Bobby Lashley doesn't have Lio Rush, there's no act there.
I mean, it sucks for Lio Rush because Lio Rush is a hell of a worker.
Talent. Yes.
Yeah.
But we've seen what Lio Rush has done for Bobby Lashley, and it's like you take a guy like a Stokely Hathaway, and if you got a kid who basically can't talk, like a Lars Sullivan, or by the way, I'm gonna make a prediction: Lars Sullivan not gonna be on NXT Davenport.
No.
Lars Sullivan not gonna be anywhere. Still waiting.
Wow.
Still waiting for Lars Sullivan is coming. Still waiting.
The guy's experiencing fucking mental health issues, Regal. Could you be any more of a dick about it?
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't make jokes about that. It sounds like there may be some serious issues, and I hope he gets better, and I hope he comes back. I actually love Lars, so I shouldn't make jokes about it, but no, but no, Stokely, I can see him. You know, we saw in his class, the son of Wayne the Train Bloom, who is gigantic.
Yeah, he is. He is what we call a BMF.
Wayne Bloom wasn't a small guy, but his kid's even bigger. So, I'd say go check out Wayne Bloom on the network, but there's really not a lot of it, unfortunately.
He's probably on some of the AWA stuff, isn't he?
Well, and you can probably find some Beverly Brothers matches.
Yeah. No, there's some fucking Wayne Bloom on the network.
Yeah, there's some, but not. There might be a little bit. Well, there's that Team Challenge series pilot on the Hidden Gems.
Oh yeah.
Them knocking buildings over. Jeez.
Hey, you ever knocked a building over, Regal?
Only when I was playing Rampage.
Don't knock it until you try it. Fucking Wreck-It Ralph over here.
But no.
I still haven't seen Ralph Breaks the Internet.
It wasn't as good as the first one. No? I was kind of underwhelmed. There's some funny references and stuff like that, but I feel like the movie didn't have the soul of the first Wreck-It Ralph. Regal's movie reviews.
When are we starting our Manifest podcast?
I'm still waiting. I think upfronts are in like 2 weeks, so I'm still waiting to make sure we get the official season 2 renewal. But we did mention it, Alex. You and Margaret took me to Rock of Ages last night, and
You know why?
Because you're awesome, and you.
I wanna rock. I wanna rock.
We had a great.
I first heard that song when it was Bailey Bright's theme song in Funky Monkey, and I was like, "Damn, that's a good song." And
you had
then,
never Twisted Sister, I Wanna Rock until Bailey Bright.
I mean, yes, I had. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, I'm like, wow, really? But no, we had a blast. I got to see my favorite Broadway musical ever.
You know, I was talking to Mark Storm about it today, and it was a good show. But the more I think about it, I just think that, with the exception of obviously, I love the music, but it's a jukebox musical. I don't think I'm that big of a fan of the actual storyline of the show itself.
Well, I mean, it's comedy, and it's meant to showcase the songs, and the thing
right.
With the
but I'm saying, like, the show is just there so you can call it a musical. It's really just fucking like Broadway rewrites of classic rock songs.
I enjoyed the comedy.
It was okay.
You're kind of besmirching my favorite musical, Alex. I'm not very happy about that.
Okay, Regal, name 10 musicals.
Rock of Ages.
Now, let's go. What?
Rock of Ages.
Yeah.
Rent.
2.
Hamilton.
3.
Chorus Line.
4.
Chicago.
5.
King and I.
6.
Lion King.
7.
Dear Evan Hansen.
8.
Producers.
9.
Legally Blonde.
Okay.
Cruel Intentions.
Some of those were movies, and some of them were.
All those have a Broadway version.
Yeah, they do.
Legally Blonde has a Broadway. There's a musical.
I've seen it, Regal. I know someone's choreographing it right now to high school.
Alex, Spider-Man the musical.
Oh God.
Remember that debacle?
The most money-losing musical in the history of Broadway.
Set the record never to be broken for most preview shows ever on Broadway. Green Day, American Idiot.
Yeah, okay, Regal. Do you want to do a fucking musical podcast?
Sure, why not?
Oh, I was hoping you'd say no, so I could tell you to shut up.
No, nobody would. We'll get even less listeners than we do for Off the Chest. So
I mean, it'd be a different fan base.
Yeah, we might get more. But there was something else I was gonna bring up. I want to send a shout out. Mike Johnston.
Yeah.
Our buddy Iron Mike. Announcing he is retiring from ring announcing.
Yeah.
And said that he wished everybody well at Impact Pro Wrestling. And said that he's ring-announced his last show. He's hanging up the mic, which is unfortunate. That's, Mike Johnston's been the ring announcer for IPW.
Yeah.
Mike's a great guy. Always look forward.
He is a great guy. I'll say that.
Always look forward to chatting with him at the Hall of Fame.
He's got a hell of a set of pipes on him too. He can sing.
He's a great guy. He can sing. I mean, Mike's got a good sense of humor. He's a wrestling nerd like me. My favorite Mike Johnston moment was still at the last year's Hall of Fame when the manager from Stampede Wrestling, whose name I cannot remember, was there. And I'm like, who is this guy? Nobody knows who this guy is. And we were sitting right by the soundboard, and Mike was there, and I called Mike over, and I said, Mike, come here. I said, dude, seriously, who is the guy in the hat and the suit? He goes, oh, he's an old Stampede manager. He came down with the guys. I said, okay, why is he out there? And Mike, obviously a fan of our boy Bruce Pritchard, went into the Bruce Pritchard Stu Hart impression of, you think you could throw him a bone if you could? And popped the hell out of me. No, Mike's a hell of a guy. So
he is father of 3, national anthem singer, pro wrestling ring announcer, and now retired.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird to see IPW without Mike Johnston doing the ring announcing, because that's the only ring announcer I've ever seen for IPW. So,
well, you know who it was before it was Mike?
No, I don't.
It was the Captain, Midnight Guthrie.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was the Captain.
Yeah.
I always associate the Captain, Midnight Guthrie, with commentary.
I could be wrong, but I believe he used to do both.
Yeah, I think he was double duty for a long time.
Which is terrible. Nobody should ever do double duty.
No, really shouldn't. Speaking of commentators for IPW, shout out to our boy Luke Raven.
Yeah.
The commentator on the debut show of Impact Pro Wrestling TV.
Yeah.
Which you can check out on the brand new Impact Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. Half-hour TV show filmed from the vault. Apparently, it's going to be a weekly deal. So you can see you get a lot of guys who we've talked to the show. Our buddy Justin Decent was on the first episode, taking on Ryan Slade. Our good friend James Jeffries.
James Jeffries faced Ryan Slade.
No, James Jeffries faced Tyler Jones.
Oh. Gotcha. I haven't watched yet.
got to see an old friend of mine, JJ Garrett, on the show. So, always cool to see, local live wrestling trying to get their being presented in a different way, and it's very, very much very old school, territorial, like studio wrestling type vibe.
I love studio wrestling,
and so do I. So, but no, Luke's doing commentary. He asked me what I thought. I said I don't think it was Timothy Regal level, but it was pretty good.
You did not fucking say that to him.
I absolutely 100% did.
You motherfucker.
Luke's a good guy. He knows I'm kidding.
But you're not. Because you've said the same fucking thing to me.
Well, I mean, I'm the best commentator in the Midwest.
You're full of shit.
Not even close. That's where. Close. Here, look. Yes, Regal, you're the best commentator in the Midwest. We all aspire to be as good as you. That's what Alex McCarthy should be saying right now.
I'll have you remember that when the people brought it to a vote, they said that it was Merrick Brave.
Well, not to say that the fan base is a little biased for Merrick Brave, but that's.
I'm pretty sure I got second place.
Well, the problem is everybody that would have voted for me normally, they were sick.
Oh, here we go.
There was, I think there may have been some hanging chads. I hear Johnston County still counting ballots. So
get the fuck out of here. Oh, Johnston County, that's where Merrick Brave won because he's fucking. That's Iowa City.
Yeah, that's Iowa City. So yeah, Merrick. Maybe it's Dubuque County. They're still counting ballots.
You ain't getting shit in Dubuque County.
I am huge in Burlington.
Yes, where there is no wrestling.
There's gonna be wrestling coming to Burlington.
You're right.
Our buddies over at Impact Pro Wrestling doing a super show. Connor Braxton going for the IPW title that night.
Wow.
We're taking on Jake Durden.
Yes.
That's a show that
Durden based out of. Is he a Kansas City guy now?
Yeah, he is a Missouri guy. So
Missouri.
Jake Durden's actually a guy who was working for the National Wrestling League for a while. He had a brief run on Ring of Honor TV. Durden's one of those guys who I just don't get why more people aren't getting eyes on this kid because he's great. I've always been a Jake Durden fan. Johnny Wisdom, also a big Jake Durden fan.
They worked together at
Ground
Pro, yeah.
So, but Alex, it's we're about an hour here. You got anything else before we get the go home cue?
Woo! Regal.
Nate.
I heard you had a question for me.
I was hoping you were going to be here. I was worried because we're getting close to the end of the episode. And I was worried that you weren't going to show up this week because, you're a busy man and all that.
I'm very busy. I just got my ass kicked by Batista a couple weeks ago.
I saw that. Are you feeling okay? Are you mending well? You all right?
Let me tell you something, Regal. If I wasn't feeling okay, I wouldn't be on your shitty fucking podcast.
Well, that's
so good. I'm feeling pretty good.
But now, what I need to ask you about Ashley.
What? Is she gonna go on last at WrestleMania?
Well, it's looking more and more like that. Yeah, I haven't talked to Vince.
Win at WrestleMania?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Vince or Paul.
Are you kidding me?
I hope she wins.
Well, you're just a mark.
But I gotta ask you.
I don't use that word in a derogatory sense.
I gotta ask you. Charlotte posted a picture of herself from the gym.
Yeah.
She's wearing a Los Ingobernables hat.
She's wearing what? Why are you looking at what she's wearing?
It was on her head. Oh, yeah. A hat.
Why are you looking at her head?
Because there was a picture on Instagram, Rick.
There's only one place you should be looking at my daughter.
I'm
At her
afraid.
waist. Where she'll be wearing the WWE Universal Championship after this Sunday at WrestleMania. She's going to beat Brock Lesnar and that bum from Iowa. 1, 2, 3. Natural selection. 1, 2, 3. And then she is going to be the first ever woman to hold the Universal Championship in history. And then we're going to party all night long. Woo! You ready, Reed? Are you coming to the party?
Sure.
Well, you're not invited. Woo!
Bye, Rick.
Bye, Regal.
I'll see you later.
Regal, baby. Let me tell you something, baby.
Dust. How you doing, man?
What did you say that Charlotte was wearing a hat?
Yeah, she's wearing a Los Ingobernables hat.
She's wearing a what kind of hat?
A Los Ingobernables hat.
Los Ingobernables? Hold on. Let me try it again. Los Ingobernables. Try.
Don't worry.
One more time. One more time.
Ingobernables.
Ingobernables.
Close enough.
Hey, did I get it right?
Close enough. You were close. You were right there.
Los Ingobernables.
It's close enough. Hey, Dust, I got a question.
What's up, Rigo?
What do you think about Cody being in Mexico?
Cody is in Mexico. He's getting his ass kicked, and the Young Bucks wasn't paying attention.
Well, yeah, the Young Bucks won the Campeonatos de Parejas, but Cody got laid out.
You watched Being the Elite this week?
I haven't watched it yet.
Well, I'm gonna be the librarian, baby.
You're gonna be the librarian, Dusty?
You're Alex.
Alex, you gonna send Alex? I think that'd be a good job for Alex. I think he should definitely audition for that.
You know what happens if you're the librarian, baby?
What's that?
You get all the books.
Well, I mean, I know you know all about the book, so.
You know I know all about the book, baby. I got the book up here, Public Gates Championship Wrestling. And guess what, Regal?
What's up?
We got a new debut coming up soon.
Who's coming?
I better not say.
Is it King Kong Bundy?
No, he debuted a couple weeks ago, baby.
How's he doing?
He's getting ready for a tag team program.
Him and the stud back together?
Oh, you and him.
Well, I'm not gonna be there for a while, so.
Okay, baby, we'll go with that. I'm just kidding, baby. Regal, I'm just kidding, baby. You're not coming up here anytime soon.
Just, you got some information I need to know?
No. The one thing I don't want to do is make a joke about somebody dying on a podcast.
All right. Dusty, what you got for us this week? Why don't you plug us out of here?
Plug it in. Play plug-ins. Oh, what was that song that Matt Ritter wanted Alex to sing on the podcast this week? I think we need to bring him back for that.
I think you wanted Can't Fight This Feeling.
Can't Fight This Feeling?
Yeah.
I feel like I probably know that one, but I can't think of how it goes.
Well, I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Oh, yes.
I've forgotten what I started fighting for.
Just a second, Regal. Nobody wants to hear you sing. Tweet him. Facebook him. Matt, see, that's a problem. We need a Facebook page because all of our active listeners don't have Twitter.
I was
Here we go, baby. I've heard this song before. Come on, speed it up, Speedwagon. I can't fight this feeling any longer. And yet I'm too afraid to let it go. What started out as friendship has grown stronger. I only wish I had the strength to let it show. I tell myself that I can't hold out forever. Let me get to a refrain. There's a reason for my fear. 'Cause when we're so secure when we're together, Matt Ritter, give my life direction, make everything so clear. And even as I wonder, I'm keeping you in sight, Chris Angle. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. They love it, Regal. I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might be. I might. Oh yeah, here we go. Can't fight this feeling anymore. I forgot what I started fighting for. It's time to bring this ship into the shore and wait for a horse forever. I can't fight this feeling anymore. I forgot what I started fighting for. And if I have to crawl upon the floor, come crashing through your door. Baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. Dance break. All right. Regal, what you have to understand, you have to give the people what they want. You have to give the people what they want. They wanted 226 of REO Speedwagon. Next week, they want Pipe Dream Championship Wrestling 2008. It's time to play the fucking game, brother. Woo!
Time to do something. Time to get the hook and get us out of here. That's what the time it is.
That wasn't even Rick. That was me. I'm excited. Something, baby! And the Grammy Award for the best singer on the podcast goes to Alex McCarthy.
Dream, I figured you would have given it to yourself.
I'm a pretty good singer, but I got third place.
Margaret got second.
You want to hear some second place song?
No, what is it, Dream?
Oh, yes, I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks. That's right, the girls want. I've got the moves that really move them. I make them feel like they're on cloud 9. I'm just a sexy boy.
God.
Your boy toy.
I give anything for Margaret to come out of the office right now.
I'm not your boy toy.
Text Margaret. Can you please go slap your husband?
What the fuck? Oh, Regal, why do you hate fun?
I don't hate fun. I hate Paul Bearer singing.
Dusty, this feeling anymore.
Dusty, plug us out of here, man, quick.
Let me tell you something, baby. All right, this is the greatest episode of the podcast of all time, Regal, baby. Let me tell you. Oh, we didn't even talk about fucking like a monkey.
We didn't. What the?
Regal, we barely talked. We haven't even been an hour. Have we even gone an hour?
We're an hour and 5, actually.
That's not from the moment you started recording, dumbass. Y'all talk.
Yeah, it is actually. No, we're an hour 5 of recording.
Hour 5 recording? Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, Regal, I tell you something, baby. Well, Funky Like a Boogie was a good show. Alex was there. The return of Bobby Houston. He came. He kicks the masses. April 6th is out live. It's going to be Bobby Houston versus Judd the Janitor in a no DQ, anything goes kind of match. It was fucking cool out there. Anyways, you don't need to follow Margaret Adele. She's already got too many fucking followers as it is. Go ahead. Follow Regal at SCW Regal 444 since he doesn't have hardly have any followers. Even though he went viral like 2 weeks ago, nobody cares. Nobody gave him a follow. Follow Alex Edward, Real Smart Alex, future librarian of AEW. Go ahead. Follow the podcast at Off the Chest TR. Follow the Slave Fair Wrestling Network at Slave Fair Rest WREST. Remember when I couldn't pronounce that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Paul Bearer impression singing "Sexy Boy."
Scared the hell out of me.
I get a text.
I'm trying to do the plugs.
Can you please go slap your husband? He's doing Paul Bearer singing "Sexy Boy."
I can't control when Paul comes in here, Margaret.
I just need you to know that your podcast partner is selling you out to your wife.
I'm gonna kill you, Regal.
On that note, folks, we'll see you next week.
Scared the hell out of me.
That was the best ending ever.